YouTube faithful, what's going on? Late video again. Been all day in code working on data models and crushed courts trying to get it done. If you're new to the channel, sorry, it's late. It's going to be quick. We're building a two-man lineup right now. Onyx, Parlay, Play. Lock in. It's Flex Friday in the Discord. I'm going to have a live stream in roughly an hour and 45 minutes. I'm going to take 4 winners that are in the Discord. They're going to get $25 free rolls today out of my pocket. That's right. 4 winners, $25 for Flex Friday on your boy Crush. I know it's been rough. It's not just me. Everybody I know is pretty much had a rough November. Everyone I talk to. It is what it is. The sports have not been in our favor. I had a couple near misses last night. I had 3 unders. I took 3 unders, 4 unders actually. 3 of 4 cashed. And the one that didn't was a hook. I'm telling you all right now, I'm turning into an under demon. I am literally going to be focused so much more on the unders. Not tonight because it's cup games, but unders going forward because there's just so much implied equity. I'll still take overs on stuff that I like, obviously, and I'm gonna do more straight bets too until this wave of nonsense just subsides. And in the meantime, I'm still coding my data models every single day. Something that I worked on for today was, people, I not only gave the projections, but I also gave a hit rate in my custom simulation and showed the value versus PrizePicks line. I was working on this all day, so if you're in the cord, you need to be using this. So for example, Andrew Wiggins, his projected for 19 points. His line on PrizePicks is 17.5. I ran it in a simulation. It hit 62% of the time, giving us high value. Okay, it would be that simple. Lows, you'd be looking at the unders. Neutral, it's neutral. There's no real edge. The fantasy score sheet is out as well, but for today, let's make these plays. We're keeping it quick and simple. This is going to be a short video, guys. I got to get what I'm working on done. Unfortunately, it's just me, and I know it sucks because people are like, oh, Crush isn't locked. I promise you I'm locked in. The problem is there's only one of me and there's only so much time, and I got to do like all this stuff. It's hard to make good stuff. You guys liked crushed bats, didn't you? I know I did that by myself. It's hard to make this stuff, so I won't release it until it's right. So I got to keep grinding and putting it out there. Now today we have a couple of games. I'm going to spitball a couple of props for you guys right out of the gate. Now I'm going to be swapping between PrizePicks, Onyx, and ParlayPlay. Man, I am sweating right now. Not only is it hot in my house because the weather's been weird. We don't have the temperature set right. But because I've been staring at this screen all day and my brain's been on overtime. All right, no Jalen Brunson today. So you automatically want to be looking at some of those Knicks. Landry Shamet, Miles McBride, Mikal Bridges. Could be easy as Karl Anthony Towns. One of those guys is going to get it done. The reason why you want to target them is because the Heat play at the fastest pace in the league. Now, the popular play tab is loaded with good plays. I'm not going to argue that comment, guy. These are all good plays, but you can see the stuff is already happening. Powell's line is going up from 23 to 22.5. Closing line value, maybe, maybe not. LaMelo Ball's RA went down. Castle's RA went down. They're all over the place with this stuff. Guys are going to get limited. Yesterday, Evan Mobley played 35 minutes and only shot 6 times. Royce O'Neal, he didn't play any of the fourth quarter because of a blowout, but even when he did play, he only shot 3 times. Dyson Daniels, barely any minutes. Jalen Johnson had 15 rebounds, 15 assists, and like 30 points, and Dyson Daniels just soared under everything. We can't account for those things in simulations or model projections or anything at all, man. Like if I told you Evan Mobley played 35 minutes in a somewhat close game yesterday, wouldn't you assume that he shot 14 times? If you say anything else, you're a liar, because of course he would shoot 14 times. That's what his average is. If he doesn't, there's no way he's going to get 18 points. That's the invisible hand theory that I've been telling you guys about for a long time. I was talking about the Lakers. Everyone's on Luka today, and no one's on Rui Hachimura, who everyone was on him the other day when this was a demon. Now nobody wants him. 2-3, 2-2-2. He hasn't missed yet, at least that I can see. And if you go look at the Pelicans, the matchup, Pelicans versus the Lakers, this is Trey Murphy right here. You can see they are 29th in points allowed versus small forwards. So if you want a 1v1 optimal, you take Rui and you take Murphy. But I wanted to show you Murphy on the one side, Rui on the other. Take a look, guys. 8 of his last 10. Look at the matchup. Overall, they're 22nd in allowing 3-pointers allowed. And if you filter it to his specific position, power forwards, they're ranked 16th, okay? 16th, which is still not the worst, not the best. It's neutral, which is why it's yellow. It's 16. But overall, they're ranked 22nd. Now, I like his Goblin. I think that's good. I think his Goblin points are fine. That's not a nuke. That's what we call a flyer. So like one lineup max. And the reason I'm talking about Rui is because everyone's on Reeves. 23.5 points, which is fine, or Luka, 33.5 points, which is fine. I'm never going to tell you not to play Luka Doncic, but Rui is a guy, same game, easier path. No one's really talked about him. I just wanted to bring him up. But the core tonight is Anthony Edwards. He is going to be a staple in most of my lineups. If he doesn't hit tonight, I'm going to lose coin. I'm not afraid of the Kings. I think they're garbage. I don't know what they're doing. Anthony Edwards is classified as a shooting guard, but he's really a point guard and a shooting guard hybrid. He's like a 1 and 2. He does it all. Points allowed, 28th allowed overall, which is crispy. And then if you look at the head-to-heads, he's always around the 26, the 20 mark. He's always clearing around 20. So even though I think Anthony Edwards is going to drop 30 points tonight, which I really, really do, I think he's going to drop 30 tonight, I went conservative and took him at 26.5 and 24.5. Yes, the alternate line. And you're going to have to pay some juice for that, but I think it's fine. I really do. I think the matchup is good. If he's going to play 38 minutes, look at these games. The last time he played, he had 26 points in 29 minutes. If he gets this 38-minute number here, which is what we're looking for, 35, 36 minutes, he's going to soar over. If he doesn't play the full game, well then yeah, of course he's going to chalk, bro. Like, we need big minutes. And being that it's a cup game, I went ahead and took Anthony Edwards as a staple. All right, so Anthony Edwards, 26.5 points. I think that's great, and it's a situation where you don't need a run back. He also does get blocks and steals, so his fantasy score by default is in play. He does turn it over, though, as well. My biggest fear and concern with this game is A, minute limitations, and B, a blowout. But we can't be afraid of monsters under the bed, aka the blowout. So Anthony Edwards is for sure in the mix. And then the other guy I like today, which is total poverty, I will give you that, though. It is Jalen Suggs, 28.5 fantasy score. I know a lot of people are going to think, like, what are you doing with this? But I want to show you what I showed you. This is flyer number 2. So I'm giving you 2 flyers and 2 core plays. Core play number 1, Anthony Edwards. Flyer number 1, Rui Hachimura. Flyer number 2, Jalen Suggs. Then we'll talk about the other core play, and we'll get out of here. Jalen Suggs fantasy score or his points assists. Jalen Suggs fantasy score, 28.5. There's other lines that I like for him too, but for this video, we're going to talk about the fantasy score. Now, if you look at this, you're going to be like, Cap, he hasn't hit this ever. Well, guys, what do you know about the Orlando Magic that is going on right now? Well, I can tell you. Mr. Banchero is out of the mix. Take Banchero off the court, and now look at all those numbers. Doesn't it look a lot better? Look again. With Banchero, no Banchero. The guy just takes over. He has block and steal equity. He dishes, he grabs rebounds, he shoots. He gets a lot of steals, man. And then as far as the micro and macro matchups, look at this. This is the best matchup in the league for anybody. Points allowed, 29th. Rebounds, 23rd. Assists allowed, 30th. That's overall. Now, 2 point guards, they're 27th in assists allowed, 19th to points allowed, rebounds, 7th. But honestly, Suggs does it all too. He's a hybrid. I wouldn't classify him as strictly a guard. He's all over the court. He hustles. I'm not afraid of the Nets. It's all going to be about minutes. He's averaging almost a fantasy point per minute without Banchero. I think it's good. It's all going to come down to the minutes as usual. So that is flyer number 2. And I do have my fantasy sheet done for you guys that are in the Discord. This is the fantasy side of the projection model. And you can see Suggs right here has a 32 projection with a 3-point differential from PrizePicks. And we can also see he's averaging 1.2 fantasy points per minute with a 22% usage rate in the 9 games that he's played. So take 1.2 times 30. And if he gets 30 minutes, he should soar over. Now, again, that's all theory, okay? It's on what's going to happen most of the time. So Rui flyer, Edwards core, Suggs flyer. Let's talk about the last piece, but before I do, if you want to get all my data models, my fantasy sheets that are actual data models, not just chat GPT stuff that you're just copy and pasting there, whatever, but actual data backed by things that matter in these leagues, you can go to CaptainCrush.net. I will give you access to the live streams, my picks, my slips. You can get in for $25 a month. I do have a bonus for new users right now, or you can get in for 30 days free if you sign up with one of my partners. The partners have to be ParlayPlay, Chalkboard, Sleeper, or Underdog. Now the promo code is for new users 40% off NBA 25 all caps. You get your first month for $15. That is a solid fair deal. You're getting 30 days of content for $15. You can check it out, see the models, see the community, which is the biggest sell of all. The community, which is the biggest thing that you're getting of all of this, is you're getting a bunch of guys that are like-minded. We have a good time. Obviously it stinks when we lose, but some of these guys have been here for 3 years. So there's a lot of educated people in here, and the most important important thing is the live stream. And today, again, 4 winners for Flex Friday, but you have to be in. So again, it's CaptainCrush.net. The code is NBA25. Give it a shot. I'm not trying to sell you guys snake oil, man. I'm keeping it a buck. You're not guaranteed to win from joining a Dub Club Discord server. You're not. It's not like you're still going to have to put in work, but I'll give you the tools and the education to succeed. All right, so let's talk about number 4. Arguably the most obvious play on the slate. Okay, and he is going to be popular, unfortunately, and that is Giannis can't sell your slips no more, Kanopu points. That's right, comment guy. He's minus 120 to go over 32.5. I'm hoping he drops 33. What you can do if you want to be conservative is take him at 29.5, which is minus 208. Now that's still juiced out the wazoo. Example, for every 100 you would bet, you'd win 48. So you're laying odds. You bet 100, they're like, all right, we'll give you 148. So you win $48. So if you were to bet 1,000, you'd win $480. That's significant juice, but he has to drop 30. Now we also will need a close game. If this game doesn't stay close, any game in the NBA, if it doesn't stay close, it's chalk. But you have to factor in the intangibles. Giannis is fresh. He just sat out. Remember when they got blown out? Cup game. They're at home. The trifecta. Rest, cup game, at home. Giannis is going in. Him and Edwards are my core 2 tonight. Edwards and Giannis. And you can do a lot worse, in my opinion. You're getting 2 studs at home, 2 guys that are hustlers. I know neither one of these guys are gambling, so if they just have a bad game, they have a bad game, okay? If you take the 2 together, you automatically get plus money now. Look, so now if you bet 100, you're getting 221 back. So you're making 121 for every 100 that you bet. That is why I like these 2. And then if you added in the Flyers, the Suggs, and the Rui Hachimura on PrizePicks, you'd probably get 3 to 4 times your money, maybe more. 7x if you did a 4-man power like this, okay? But I recommend you flex. Obviously, that is PrizePicks' only advantage. And if you took these dudes out, look, you're getting 2. Look, guys, look. This is why Onyx is important. 100 to win 200. This may not seem like a big deal to you guys, but it is. 100 to win 200 or 100 to win 221. That $21 is the difference between a break-even player being profitable and not being profitable. You're just leaving an extra $21 on the table. Why? That stuff matters, man. I mean, the more you do this, especially if you're doing this every day, the return on investment, aka the ROI, is so slim and small that you need to find these advantages when you can. So right here, I will be taking it for 75. I have to put more money on here. I booked it up. Edwards 26.5, Giannis 29.5, 75 to win 165. This is my core 2-man on Onyx today. If you want to try Onyx, it's available in most states. If you don't have FanDuel or DraftKings Sportsbook, this is going to be available. Use promo code CRUSH. They'll give you, once you play through $10, you're going to get 4 free bets for 100. And you don't even have to play anything. If you verify with a license and name, you get 3 $5 free bets. Okay, so you can bet $5 on a plus 300,000 parlay if you want for fun, free. The code is CRUSH. The link's in the description. Lock in. Okay, I'm not just promoting this because I'm a partner with them. This is actually really good, and I need to be more vigilant on this and doing this stuff. Both of these plays are solid. If it sells, it sells. I want y'all to look at Giannis right here. 2 days of rest, 29, and he's actually had more rest than that. 3 days. He's had 3 days of rest or more. 29.5 points. He goes over 7 of 10. All right, look at the points allowed. 21st, and to Giannis, they're 23rd in points allowed. Giannis eclipses all matchups anyways. He's matchup proof. We're going to need the game to stay close, and we're going to need Giannis to put on his cape. I also liked his points assist because I do think he's going to facilitate, but they bumped it up. So unfortunately for that, it is what it is, guys. So we are taking Giannis, and I did want to show you this. It goes without saying, guys. If we get a blowout, it chalks. It is what it is. If you don't want to take Giannis today to get 30, don't. If it wasn't a cup game, I'd be taking unders with you. Now let's go over to Parlay Play and make that 4-man. So we got Rui Hachimura. You could also take Rui to get 12.5 points. I think that's fine. The Lakers are going to have to bounce back today. And look, the reason why I like this on Parlay Play, look at the 1.5. It's basically a demon for him to hit 2 threes. Now, what I'm doing over here on Parlay Play is the 5-leg. I did the Norman Powell boost at 19.5 points. Giannis 29. Rui, I only took him to get 1 3. Okay, that is what I like most. I just want him to get 1. 2 is fine. It's a flyer, but I think he's definitely getting 1. Edwards points. Suggs Fantasy. 5 of 5. It pays 6x basically, 5.8x. I did a boost. They're all alternate lines. Use code CRUSH here. They give you a deposit match and a free square, and I give you 30 days of my Discord. I'll also give you 30 days of my Discord for new members, also on Onyx. So don't forget, guys, grind it out, bet small. I personally am going to be betting smaller. I'm going to transition to unders. I'm going to continue to grinding on my data models and projects and get crushed courts out with a product that I'm happy to give you guys. And I'm going to keep doing the content. I know the videos are late. Trust me, it stinks for me because it makes my view counts plummet and it buries me in the algorithm. So if you could leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe, it does help out, guys. As soon as I am done with crushed courts, my videos can be done the night before, which would be optimal for me. But again, right when I get done with this, I got to go on a live stream. And then when I'm done with the live stream, then I have to go back. I have to spend time with my family. And then I have to, code once they go to bed, wake up, do it again. So it's tough for everybody right now, guys. I feel your pain. I promise you. I know that losing stinks, especially when I'm giving you guys garbage like Evan Mobley, Royce O'Neal, garbage, Dyson chalk, all 3 chalk. My only saving grace was the live stream callouts yesterday. I went 4 of 5. My only chalk was Devin Booker hook. So I still was able to get 2x. If you tailed this in the live stream with the promo square, you got 2x. This was my main lineup at the end of the night. So, we just got to grind through it, guys. And I do appreciate, I don't take anything for granted. I know, I can't tell you enough how I know it stinks, man, to lose. I feel your pain. I know a lot of you guys are frustrated. I see it in the chat. I see it in the comments. I understand. NBA has been brutal right now for everyone, and 99% of the screenshots you see online are fake Photoshop. I went over that 2 videos ago. I can prove to you that most of it's fake. 99% of it's fake, guys. This guy's claiming he won 40 grand. I said, if you can verify it through a third party, I'll pay you $1,000 on the spot. Guess what? No reply. Why wouldn't you take that? If it was, it's so obvious that they're fake. Everybody is struggling right now in NBA, guys, because the players are being fugazi right now. It doesn't matter how good your reads are. If the players don't cooperate, it's just chalk city. So keep a level head, guys. Keep your head on a swivel. You don't have to bet every day. You can play, there's new Call of Duty, there's Arc Raiders, there's a bunch of stuff out there. You can, I know winter's coming, so being outside may not be optimal for a lot of you, but just grind it out, guys. We're going to get through it. We always do. We've been doing this a long time. Here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests, and as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.